Hello, all investors of DAFCO P2P Lending. I'm very excited to be on today's sharing, and thank you very much for coming to join us. In the last Zoom, we talked about many important information, but today we will add a little bit more to what we have. As you may remember, I am Mr. Edger Kamper, Financial Community COO of the P2P Lending Project and the DAP. Okay, first of all, I'm really honored to work with you, as well as my most sincere thank you for taking your precious time to participate in today's Zoom session. And I believe that this Zoom session will definitely not be a waste of your time. All right, for today, I will join you in understanding our model, P2P Lending. Surely, by now, many of you have not fully understood the concept of what P2P lending is, right? Okay, so today we will go into some more details, and I will do my best to bring you up to date and further explain what P2P lending is. Okay, so P2P lending is short for peer-to-peer lending, or also can be understood in another way as peer-to-peer lending. All right, this is a form that allows borrowers to access loans directly from lending individuals or lending institutions on an internet-connected platform without going through intermediaries such as financial institutions. Because as we know, going through an intermediary like a financial institution is long and cumbersome and difficult, and they will end up in the end keeping a lot more of your money than the P2P lending platform. So, to give more background, P2P was created 14 years ago. So this peer-to-peer loan does not need a thorough and traditional financial intermediary. Originating in the UK and US markets, P2P then rapidly developed into Asia and expanded in markets in Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, many other countries. So at the previous Zoom session, I shared with you about 5 reasons why P2P lending is a hot trend in the international market. So today, I will also expand on some of that information and share with you about additional benefits of being a lender and borrower at P2P lending. So we'll talk about benefits for you as a lender and also benefits for you as a borrower. And this is also an important factor to ensure your benefits, both as a borrower and a lender. So, as everyone knows, traditional borrowing is now very familiar to everyone involved in borrowing and lending activities. But in the past, this form was very easy. But nowadays, traditional borrowing also becomes more and more difficult. Obstacles may occur, okay? So as time goes on, banks, big banks, everyone recognizes that there's a lot more money for them to make through helping you. So P2P lending wants to make it so that you get to keep much more money than you have traditionally, okay? So we'll talk about some of these factors. There is a lot of risk when the assets focus on a third party. Like we said, the intermediary will increase the risks and keep more of your money, all right? Also, financial data is not transparent. With P2P lending, it will be completely transparent, okay? You can also accumulate a lot of bad debt from the traditional lending and borrowing. And as we discussed before, the procedure is very difficult, very cumbersome, very complicated, right? Also, the difficulty in the asset management is also another, bad point to the traditional lending and borrowing system. Now, the appearance of peer-to-peer lending, P2P lending, can be considered as a solution providing a new capital channel to meet the needs of the consumer capital market. Users who need to borrow money quickly and effectively but find it difficult to access traditional capital supply channels through P2P to find a reasonable source, okay? So P2P will make all of these processes a lot easier and a lot more lucrative for you, okay? So through P2P, investment money will be optimized, providing passive income for investors without spending too much effort calculating or researching like other types of investment. Investing through P2P has a much simpler way. It can be seen that this is a pioneering and outstanding platform thanks to the power of smart contracts to increase assets anytime, anywhere. The benefits that P2P lending bring are a much easier connection to global lending as opposed to one bank like it was in the old days. The guarantee of the absolute assets of the lender. That means your assets will always be absolute and you will keep much more of your money by using P2P as opposed to the old banking system where they keep a high amount of your money, okay? So fast and convenient for borrowers to increase assets through P2P. It's just one click. You can do it from your phone, you can do it from your computer, very quickly and easily. And the transparency of the financial data is always readily available to you. Just in a few clicks, you can see exactly your financial data, very easy, okay? So according to an economist in the Asian financial sector, the global P2P lending market is estimated to grow up to 53% per year and possibly reach $490 billion by 2021. So from an investment standpoint, the traditional borrowing and lending system does not have that kind of investment potential. It will not reach your financial goals anywhere near that quickly. Okay? So currently, there are many P2P lending exchanges such as Fin, LendTop, and MoneyCat, LendBiz, eLoan, there's DAF, many others. So with these impressive numbers projected by statisticians and analysts in the financial sector, DAFCO is the oldest corporation in the field of margin trading via the internet, with many investors participating from many different countries and having a headquarters and operating license in the UK. So like I was saying, there's a lot more investment potential in the P2P system. So the DAF aims to address the limitations of the traditional financial sector and solve these problems, and is a leader in the potential crypto technology, with the goal of being a pioneer in the new one-touch payment and storage technology. Okay? So the speed is many, many times faster than Visa. And as you can imagine, many, many times faster than the traditional banking systems from the past. Now, this will create many opportunities for investors to increase their assets quickly and effectively with full transparency of financial data. Okay? So let's talk about some more additional benefits of becoming a lender, and then we'll talk about the benefits of becoming a borrower in P2P lending. So let's start with lending. P2P lending is one of the development directions in the period of national digital transformation, bringing many enormous benefits to consumers, okay? P2P lending is a secure and reputable, very reputable lending platform. You can trade wherever you want and have guaranteed benefits. All right? So 3 benefits of lending at P2P lending for borrowers and lenders. Low interest rates. P2P companies operate over the internet, so they can provide borrowers with relatively low interest rates. This rate saves thousands of dollars over time, thousands. Whereas with the traditional banking sense, you would be charged thousands of dollars over time. So that is yet another extremely beneficial advantage of the P2P system. During the lending and repayment process, we just need to perform a single click action to convert debt to peer-to-peer loan. Very simply, very easily, very transparently. So interest rates will be kept at a fixed level. No matter how well the financial markets and the cryptocurrency do, you are able to choose your fixed level. Unlike the old-time systems, where they can manipulate the interest rates to their benefit and to your loss. Now, with this system, you'll be able to lock in one interest rate and keep it at that fixed level, which is a tremendous advantage. So, in the traditional form of borrowing, borrowers have to pay a relatively high interest rate if the payment is delayed compared to the signed contract. But for P2P lending, borrowers will not need to worry that interest rates will increase or increase in large numbers if the payment is slow. That makes it much more beneficial for you to invest in P2P lending because it is also very simple and fast implementation of your money, which you get to keep more of. So, as a modern technology lending platform, transactions and links are done simply and quickly. For traditional lending, borrowers will spend a lot of time preparing, loan documents and approving loans, maybe sometimes going into the bank, having long meetings. Who has time for that? In today's world, we're all too busy for that. And maybe after you spend all this time, your proposal is not accepted, or the interest payment date that you will have to pay on time can also create problems. But with DAFCO's P2P lending platform, you just need to enter the system and make a simple transaction. It's as simple as that. You fill out your instruction as instructed. You put your information in there. You fill out a single account. Then you send the documents to verify the borrower's identity. And if approved, the money will be electronically transferred to the registered account. Any transaction can be done anytime, anywhere, and is extremely easier for both borrowers and lenders. Imagine the difference between going to the bank, waiting in line, making an appointment, driving through traffic. That's the old way. The new way is you can do this from your phone or your laptop, right from the comfort of your own home, the comfort of your family's home when you visit them, the comfort of the beach even. You can do this wherever you want. It's very convenient. Okay? So let's talk about more benefits of becoming a lender and a borrower at DAFCO's P2P lending platform. Okay, first, let's talk about the lender, the advantages for the lender. Okay, you must have BTC, USDT, or ETH to buy a DAF KYC account. All right, so many of you, I'm sure, already have these. These are very, very common, very popular, and their popularity has been really growing in the last few years, okay? So as long as you have these, it's easy to make an account, all right? And if you don't have these now, you can get these very easily. It's just a simple matter of transferring one type of money to another type of money, okay? So then you place a loan order at the website. You can decide for yourself the DAF number on the loan, the interest rate, and the loan period. So you can decide all of these things. The DAF number is chosen by you for the loan. The interest rate, like we talked about earlier, is locked in and will not increase, no matter how well these currencies do. And you can also choose the loan period, okay? That is completely up to you, which is also of great benefit to you, unlike usually you would have to be at the mercies of the banks. Now you get to make all these decisions by yourself, okay? So you can decide those things for yourself. Again, I'll say it again, the DAF number of the loan, the interest rate, and the loan period, okay? Now, when the contract ends, you will receive back 100% of the loaned USD value. That's right, 100% of the loaned USD value. Imagine a traditional bank that would give you back 100%. That just doesn't happen. They have to make their money, and the way they make their money is by keeping your money, okay? So DAF will charge just 1%, a 1% fee on the loan amount, okay? Unlike the traditional banks, okay? Now let's talk about borrowers. You must have a KYC account to place a loan order. Then you place the loan order on the website and have to deposit your property, all right? So you can customize the amount of DAF you want to borrow. You customize it. The desired interest rate and the loan period. Okay, so it's the same for borrowers and lenders. You customize yours. At the end of the contract, all deposited coins are returned to the balance of the DAF for full use. Not only that, DAF also has an extremely attractive commission policy for its agents. As long as you finish a small requirement, you will be eligible for a commission of $500 or more. That's at the minimum. As you begin to invest more money and get more involved, that number of $500 can grow greatly. That's up to you. Therefore, the P2P Lending project has discovered the potential for a loan form combining smart contract technology that will continue to grow for many years to come. And that is why we created a P2P lending platform. This is the type of loan built on the foundation of advanced 4.0 technology, all right? The advantages of the P2P lending loan platform, as we have been saying, are many. Another one is a friendly and easy-to-use interface. Low loans and loan minimum of $50. So just about anyone can get started with this at $50, okay? Also, commit to a high minimum profit when conditions are fulfilled, all right? So the DAFCO policy is extremely attractive one-to-one. Apply smart contract to the loan system quickly, safely and securely, all right? So with all the advantages and potentials available in the industrial 4.0 market, P2P lending is considered as an investment an extremely profitable project in the future. I hope that with the above useful information, you'll be able to make wise decisions that are investing in the P2P lending project. This is not only a profitable investment project, but also has my complete devotion with careful analysis as well as the sensitivity of the market changes. Okay? So I firmly believe that we will all be very successful on this project if we invest together. It's a pity that I do still have a lot more to say, but the program duration is limited. So with the information about the P2P lending project sharing session today, which we covered over a lot of new information, I really hope everyone will believe in our project. And if you have any questions during today's project information session, any questions at all, please leave a message and we'll be very happy to respond in the next Zoom meeting. Again, thank you all so much for being present in today's session. Goodbye, and I look forward to seeing you next time on our next Zoom. Thank you.